Hello, TikTok. Welcome, welcome. I am laughing. My cat is up on his cat post right now, and he's absolutely psychotic. So you might hear him sing a song or try to catch the ceiling. He might land on my head. We'll see what happens. Look, I know you want to win. If you are here, if you are in my world, you are an entrepreneur who is creating a freedom lifestyle. And I know you want to win. You're chasing an ROI. You're building a fucking empire. But if you've ever felt like, I feel like this could just be a little bit better, or there's something missing. Like, what's the point of all the hustle? What am I building it all for? This right here today is the missing piece. I'm going to help you make sense of the energetics and translate it into tangibles for you so you can create the life that you want right now. No waiting, no hustling, no chasing. Let's dive in. If you're joining me live, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you stay live for the whole thing, I will pull cards for you at the end, at least for a little while. Anyways, I am on a timeline today. But we're going to be looking at the week of November 17th through the 23rd from a numerological lens, as well as the astrological influences we're experiencing and the lunar cycles. You don't need to know any of that. That's my job. I'm just going to translate it into day by day actionable steps for you to take to make your life the juiciest adventure possible. 2025 itself has been this energy carrying the 9 energy, and it's been about completion and endings, and it's stirred up a lot of chaos. Just like if you imagine you empty out your closet, you decide it's time to purge my clothing closet. I'm going to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to donate some stuff. Maybe I'll sell some stuff. And you pull everything out of your closet and you throw it all on the floor and it creates this huge mess. That's what 2025 has been all about. But the thing with this is that you, well, hopefully don't just leave all your clothes lying on the floor. You intentionally choose which items go back in your closet. Hey, Kristen, nice to see you. Hello. The comments go by so fast on live. We're going to get this. So if you are intentionally putting back items into the closet, you're choosing which ones make you feel the most confident, make you feel the most playful. You're excited to wear them. Maybe there's some sentimental items that you keep, but you're being intentional about what you put back in. And that's exactly what 2025 is about. So March of 2025, it was like we cleared out the closet. We created this huge mess. Go back and look at what March was like. It was messy. September was the culmination of that, where it was like, okay, now everything is out. I've gotten into the corners. I've gotten the dust bunnies out. And now, as we move into October, November, December, we're like, okay, what are we putting back in? And that can create a little confusion, because sometimes there's that pair of skinny jeans you've had for 15 years. So you're like, I really want to keep these and I really want to fit in them, but 15 years, maybe it's time to get rid of them. And so you create this attachment, you create a little confusion, you create a little bit of a mess as you're intentionally putting things back in, because you're not quite sure what you want to put back in. So here we are in November, where we're still figuring it out. And don't worry, you've got time. But we're also recognizing that we're moving into 2026, which carries the energy of the 1. So 2026 is where that clarity is going to land, where all of the things are going to go back in the closet, per se, and it's all going to start to make sense. But November itself is tricky. If you haven't yet noticed, November has been a tricky moment. We've got Mercury retrograde. We've got crazy solar flares. November carries the energy of the 2 this year. But if you think about the 11 of November, there's 2 1s. Oh my God, my cats. Hold on. They're having fun. Okay. If you think about that, there is this duality, there's this polarity, there's 2 sides. And the duality of life is showing up for us right now, where we can go and sell an offer and make a shit ton of money while personal life is falling apart at the seams. We can post content about what's really going on in our lives while we're navigating a fucking sty in our eye. There's all sorts of duality showing up. Yesterday, at the time of this recording, I'm recording on Friday, November 14th. November 13th was a horrible, difficult day. It was one of those days where as an entrepreneur, you're like, I wonder if I could sell photos of my feet instead, because that feels easier. And today feels a lot simpler, right? So, sorry, I'm not going to co-host with you. No, thank you. Thanks for the invite, but no thanks. Okay, so let's break this down day by day for the next week. And this is what I was talking about. So I did this forecast. I do this forecast usually every Friday for the week ahead. So if you're new to my world and you're like, this is awesome, I want this, I want to know what's going to be happening so I can plan ahead, make sure you catch me live every Friday. But November 17th, Monday, November 17th, we've got this 3 of clubs, 1 energy day coming in. Again, you do not need to know the numerology. You don't need to understand any of it. That's my job. But what I'm doing is translating energetics into tangibles. We're still in Mercury retrograde. We've got a new moon in Scorpio coming midweek. And Monday is really going to feel restless, maybe a little bit like you're irritable, like just everything's just annoying. So turn that restless energy or that low-key irritation that you feel into something useful. Don't just let yourself sit in the frustration. Don't just percolate and be like, oh my God, I'm just irritated, and be irritated. Your superpower as a human being is the ability to choose what you're thinking about. So instead, rather than letting the day, or for that matter, the whole fucking week, get away from you because you're spinning and you're overthinking and you're wondering if maybe you're doing it all wrong and you should go sell feet photos, simply because you're feeling a little bit of angst doesn't mean you need to go blow it all up. It's okay. So instead, use this energy to your advantage and get fucking real with yourself. Recognize this frustration and this tension for what it is. A deep-seated desire to get your shit together. Because we're all feeling that. This is collective energy. So you're not overwhelmed. The confusion that's been going on this week at the time of this recording is starting to turn into clarity. And I talked about this last week where I said confusion is the pathway to clarity. And that can be really uncomfortable because your mind is like, yeah, but I don't know what the fuck. Some of my clients yesterday were like, I just need a nap, right? Because we don't have the answers yet. So confusion from last week, this week, when I'm recording, this is confusing. Oh my God, Mars. Spray bottle. My cat, he's trying to pull thumbtacks out of the wall. Okay. So this energy is asking for your attention. The confusion turning into clarity is asking for your attention and intention. So get honest with yourself about energy leaks. Where are you focusing your attention, your awareness, your intention in places where it's draining you? Plug the holes in the damn boat. Something's irritating you? Deal with it. Something feels frustrating? Take action and do something about it. And, very important, on Monday, clear your calendar of obligations that drain you. Even if it's I should do that, if it's going to drain you, remove it, postpone it, delegate it, or don't do it. Something along those lines. Tuesday, November 18th, 2 of clubs ruling 2 right before the new moon in Scorpio, still Mercury retrograde. Your bullshit meter is going to be running at full capacity today. If it's not all the time, it might feel a little raw. It might feel a little emotional. You might be caught up in your head around fears, around frustrations, around people in your world that aren't supporting you, around activities that you're doing that you're just fucking sick of doing. All of this could come up for you on Tuesday. So, hold on a second. I have notes and they just went wonky. Okay. And it might feel a little raw for you. So wherever you find yourself, maybe you're snapping at your spouse, or maybe something somebody says just triggers you more than usual, even though maybe it never bothered you last week, but now this week you're like, right? Pay attention to where you feel the angst, the annoyance, the minor irritations. Pay attention to that because you're being shown where your energy is draining. Now, that doesn't mean you toss out your spouse. I mean, maybe, depends on where you're at. But it doesn't mean burn it all down. What it means is this. Run an audit on the last 3 weeks of your life and write down the top energetic drains, the ones that repeat over and over and over again. Like you find yourself scrolling on Facebook or social media somewhere and you get yourself caught up in that, and the next thing you know, it's an hour later and you're feeling a little bit like, oh shit, oops, I shouldn't have done that. Or you're working with a particular client because you need the money, and every time you get off a call with them, you're like, oh, I'm so tired. Or you see a client book something on your calendar and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. All of that is draining you. When you're saying yes when you really mean fuck no, that's draining you. So choose one today, just one, not 12, just one today to eliminate. Just cut it out. Now, stop it. Just stop it. Your life is way too important to stay hooked on dopamine hits. Shift your boundaries on one thing today to ease up the pressure on yourself. When you catch yourself going to the doom scroll, put your phone down and go for a walk. Just around the block. When you catch yourself going to DM somebody again because they haven't paid for your offer yet and you're wondering what happened and oh my God, are they gonna buy? Are they gonna buy? Are they gonna buy? Go do a meditation. Do something different and interrupt the dopamine hit. Okay, Wednesday, November 19th, Ace of Clubs, ruling 3, new moon in Scorpio, still in Mercury retrograde. For the love of all that's holy, create space for yourself today. Very important. Wednesday is a day that you want to create spaciousness because you want to land into that aha moment of clarity. And if you are so busy, your schedule is so filled, you are go, back to back all day long, you aren't going to have the capacity to receive your aha moment. Spend a little extra time journaling. Spend a little extra time on your morning walk. Spend a little extra time in meditation. Whatever your tools are, give yourself a little bit extra time with it today and create space. Create 15 minutes in your calendar where you are literally doing nothing. I know that's hard, but just sit there and just say, okay, brain, do the thing. And let that inspiration come in, because the understanding of the past week of confusion and tension and solar flares and everything else that's going on, it's about releasing that pressure valve today. Now, you might not get all of the answers, but some of them can land today. So cut ties with things you've been holding on to and set the boundaries that need to be set if you haven't already set them. But today holds the permission for you to match the identity that your soul already knows is yours. You've been pretending not to claim it. For those of you who want to be public speakers, but you're just pretending and not doing anything, write down the new identity that you are claiming. Anchor it in with one new habit that the future version of you does without hesitation. So for example, let me give you a specific. I decided 6 or 7 years ago that I wanted to be a speaker. I wanted to be an excellent speaker. I wanted to feel comfortable on camera. So what did I do? You don't have to be as extreme as I am, but I did a Facebook Live every single day for 4 years straight. Now you put a camera in front of my face, I'm like, hey. So whatever it is that you want, implement a habit now, well, on Wednesday, to do that, to become that version of you. I promise you, when I first started going on camera, just no. Just no. So implement this new habit today, however imperfectly, and commit to the continuation of it. Oh my God, my cats. Okay. My cats are something else. All right, Thursday, November 20th. Now, Thursday, we have a shift in energy. So not only are we in that new moon in Scorpio, but Wednesday to Thursday. Wednesday and prior to that is all clubs energy. That is mental. It's all about the brain, your thoughts, your communication, how you're sharing ideas, how you're expressing yourself. Then we move into hearts on Thursday. The hearts is all about the self. It's about how we lead ourselves. It's about our emotional intuition. It's about our feeling state. It's about connection with others. It's about relationship. So big shift in energy on Thursday. Hi, Kendra. Yes, you found me. So Thursday, King of Hearts ruling 4. Now, the King itself is a 4 energy as well. And this 4 energy is very grounded, very structured, very in the physical world, and very controlling, if not in the empowered side. So the thing with today's energy, we're still in Mercury retrograde. We're coming off the tail end of that new moon in Scorpio. I know for a fact that, and I don't even know some of you, but I know that you want to experience the fun, the exciting, the things that light you up the most, the big moves. Hell, look to the socials and all you will ever see is the flash and the results. But nobody talks about what it actually fucking takes. You see the big income wins, you see the flashy cars, you see the champagne bottles, and you wonder, well, it's gotta be fun. It's gonna be these big, bold moves. You see people getting on planes and traveling around the world, but nobody talks about what it actually fucking takes, the moves made behind the scenes. The follow through on the boring ass shit that nobody talks about because it's not sexy enough. And yet, it is the boring, predictable, repetitive tasks that actually generate revenue. It's the 15th post about your offer. It's the scheduling of emails in advance so that emails are going out over the weekend while you're out playing and living your life. It's the content, the visibility, the consistency. It's the stuff you don't fucking want to do some days. It's the bookkeeping, it's the admin, it's the organizing, it's the staying on top of where you're going. So today you might experience even more resistance around the boring and the repetitive. Even though you know logically that that's your moneymaker, do not tear it all down today. Don't just be like, I don't feel like it, and not do it. Plan ahead if you need to. Pre-schedule things to make your life easier. This is the benefit of getting forecasting, is that you can, okay, Thursday's going to be a day, so I'm going to schedule content. I'm going to schedule emails to go out so that even if I don't feel like it, guess what? Past version of me did it, right? Adjust your calendar as necessary so that you're not having to get on calls or do things on that day that don't feel good to you. But most importantly, lead yourself and stay the course of the commitments you made to yourself. Just do the boring shit. Just do it. It won't last long, and then you get to go play. Even reward yourself afterwards. Reward yourself, take yourself out for a nice coffee or a nice little walk around the block. Hell, go for a glass of wine. Whatever your thing is, reward yourself for doing the boring shit because you know the boring shit is what makes the money so that you can go play. All right, Friday, November 21st, Queen of Hearts ruling 5. Again, still in Mercury retrograde. As we start to come out of this like weird energy of the new moon in Scorpio and this tailspin and solar flares and everything else, the clarity is going to feel a little stronger. The energy is going to be a little higher on Friday. It's going to suddenly feel like things are starting to make sense again. And if they're not, it's okay. It's coming, I promise. But if you feel this way and you're like, ooh, like I'm starting to feel energized again, capitalize on this. Give any area of your life or your business that's been neglected for the last couple of weeks just a little bit of love. So clean up your workspace if you've had some chaos going on. Get that laundry done that's been piling up. Clean out the digital files on your phone. I have photos from like 2 months ago that I need to organize and put in places. So that's what I'm doing. Sit down for 30 minutes and put together a solid 3-step plan for the week ahead, based on your new level of priorities. Like really focus on nurturing what needs to be nurtured in your business based off of the boundaries you've set for yourself, the new commitments you've set for yourself on that new moon, and choose what you will nurture the most, give the most attention to. And then use Friday's energy to stack up small wins that are going to create the momentum that's going to carry you through the rest of the month. Saturday, November 22nd, Jack of Hearts ruling 6. Whew. It's been a bit of a fucking ride, am I right? So today, shake it off. Shake it off. Bring some peace and some integration into your body. Give yourself the gift of some time off. Because what are you building it all for if you're just going to hustle and burn yourself out? Give yourself that time off. Walk away from your devices for at least part of the day, if not the entire day. Turn off your notifications and witness your own being. You're likely going to feel like you've been put through the ringer. You might feel a little tired. You might also feel guilty for not being productive. So instead of trying to get all the shit done and maintain your momentum, cut yourself some fucking slack. Do something to reset your nervous system. Whether it's some yoga or some meditation or a long hot bath, nurturing yourself, maybe you're just dancing around the living room to some tunes, but slow your roll for a beat. And that way you're going to come back stronger in the final week of Mercury retrograde. Now, Sunday, 10 of Hearts ruling 7, regroup and settle. Settle into who you've become. It's been a big week. So notice a renewed sense of direction. Maybe this feeling of like solid direction, solid alignment. I know what I'm doing now. And you can look ahead at your week with clear eyes. Decide on your non-negotiables, get your priorities in order if you haven't already, and decide on a promise that you're going to keep to yourself this week and write it down. Maybe you're going to sell every single day. Maybe you're going to post something on a new social media platform every day, whatever it is. But instead of forcing yourself, lean into the softness of that conviction. This isn't about forced action and pushing yourself and trying really hard or constrictive rules and putting yourself in a box. It's about action from a place of integrity. Knowing that you're pointed in the right direction, in the direction that you desire to move, and you're acting from there. Get ready for the final week of retrograde. Here she comes, and end it off with clarity and confidence. Deep knowing that your dreams are already yours. Now, I can give you these little tidbits of energetic calibration every single week. In fact, I do every Friday, unless I'm traveling. But ultimately, it comes down to who you are being and layering this collective energy into your own personal chart. This isn't just a quick little cool live Instagram or TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Live little video where you can get some cool information and go, wow, that was really fun. It only works if you actually move with it. And move with integrity with it. When you calibrate to these energies and your own chart, when you're ready to boost your ROI and actually live your juiciest fucking life, you join my World in the Daily Digits membership. This is the only membership that you can pull out of your pocket every single day, hosted in Telegram for to immediately set your brain up for success, seeking evidence of success with 3 different tools every single day, all while making your life this juicy fucking adventure that gets you a return on investment every damn day. So if you're ready for that, DM me. And yes,